Medal of Honor recipients from St. Lawrence County who served in the American Civil War have a monument dedicated to them at Fort Tribute, a Civil War interpretive center that's on the grounds of the St. Lawrence Power and Equipment Museum in the town of Madrid. Every summer for the past 5 years, Civil War reenactors and historians have gathered at Fort Tribute for a weekend that brings the history of the Civil War to life. Fire! Visitors get to see battlefield reenactments between Union and Confederate armies. Not so much full-scale battles, but smaller skirmishes between lines of soldiers, like these. Narrated and put into perspective for spectators, watching it unfold unscripted right before their eyes.
We want them to get a full experience. I think history is great to read about it, but when you can see it and taste it and smell it, that's what our passion's about, is making that history come alive for our visitors.
Along with the reenactments, visitors this summer get to see what life would be like in a Civil War-era fort, with the encampments, a working blacksmith with a traveling forge wagon, who would have been essential for repairing and maintaining the tools, hardware, and weapons used by the soldiers, a field hospital where visitors can learn all about the advancements in medicine and treating wounded soldiers that came during the days of the Civil War. As Linda Russell played some of the songs from that era on her dulcimer, Lainey Amaritanon was sharing the history of women's fashion from the 1860s.
Everything is 100% cotton that I have today. Remember, they had cotton, wool, linen, silk. That was it. So you always wore cotton next to your skin.
Visitors this year were also treated to an incredible traveling exhibit of the H.L. Hundley, a first-of-its-kind Confederate submarine, which was the first combat sub to sink a warship. Following the attack, the sub and its entire crew were lost before they could return to base. But it's the more than 150 reenactors who came this weekend from as far away as Maine, Pennsylvania, and Canada that thrilled the spectators, including Alfreda Villa from Valleyfield, Quebec, who made the trip across the border in a year that many other Canadians are choosing to stay home.
Well, we've got a long-standing relationship with our friends. I've been doing this for 11 years. So, a friendship calls first.
Villa says a surprising number of Canadians fought in the American Civil War.
We represent Canadians that fought in the Civil War. So, well, naturally, Canada didn't exist as a country as of yet. It was 1867 for us, so 2 years after the Civil War. But Canadians felt compelled to join the fight, so the majority fought with the Unions. We have 29 Medal of Honor recipients. 5 of them are generals. And there's also people out of conviction also fought for the South, as for the Confederacy. So that's where the name of our group comes from. So we represent both the Union and the Confederates.
Several of these reenactors, living historians, also put on events for school kids, both at Fort Tribute and the Wilder Farm and Homestead in Burke, New York, and Franklin County. You can learn more about upcoming events and even how to become a volunteer by visiting the Fort Tribute website and Facebook page.